Disc design is complicated. Manufacturers spend weeks, months, sometimes years designing, prototyping, and testing the flight of a disc before it's ready to release. And when it's finally done, they usually assign it flight numbers to tell potential customers how it was intended to fly. But then that disc is released to the public, and anyone can throw it. That person could be me, a pretty average 38-year-old. It could be a young, talented player in MA1 or MPO, putting over 1,000 RPM on the disc at 65 miles an hour. Or it could be a brand new player that's never played before, throwing it nose up and not so pretty. So just how differently can one disc fly for players of varying skill levels? Hey everyone, it's Greg from Six Sided Discs, and today, hopefully, we're going to find out. To help us on our journey, we'll be using this, the Clash Discs Soda. Rated at 7.5 -22, it's marketed as an understable fairway driver that can shape multiple flight paths through narrow wooded fairways. And it's an interesting design. The Soda's rim feels just a touch smaller than some 7-speeds like the Discraft Cicada or Innova T-Bird. But despite that narrow rim, it has a really middle-of-the-road depth, and it feels good in both a backhand and forehand grip. Clash says the Soda is a perfect disc for beginners because of its slower speed and excellent glide. They also say it'll be useful for advanced players who'll find it easy to turn or hyzer flip for straight shots in the woods. Clash Discs Steady Plastic is a high-quality premium plastic, and it blends the perfect combination of grip and flexibility. This Soda is in a variation on their Steady Plastic called Steady Ring. It adds a series of rings as a visual effect. The Soda's combination of aerodynamic wing but blunt nose seems to be where it's getting its -2 turn and 2 fade from, respectively. We'll find out just how versatile it is, because we're going to put it through its paces with the help of Northeast Women's Disc Golf. Northeast Women's Disc Golf is a nonprofit whose mission is to encourage and inspire women in the Northeast to grow their involvement in disc golf through education, empowerment, recognition, and community. NEWDG runs the Queen of the Northeast series, a series of women's tournaments throughout the northeastern United States. They're also running several other events like karaoke at the MVP Open, held at the Sap House the second day of the event, Friday, September 26th. Plus, they're taking a field trip to a place we just visited, Smuggler's Notch Resort, August 8th to the 10th. For more information, you can follow Northeast Women's Disc Golf at NEWDG_ on Instagram or Northeast Women's Disc Golf on Facebook. Huge thanks to Northeast Women's Disc Golf for collaborating with us on today's video, because instead of seeing Josh, Caleb, or myself throw these discs, we're going to see 5 levels of the Clash Disc Soda with the help of 6 NEWDG members. So without further ado, let's begin with level 1. Our first thrower is Laura. She competes in FA4, and from a standstill, she puts a nice move on the Soda. It pushes straight briefly before it gets a smooth fade to the left. And based on Clash Disc's own description of getting plenty of glide at lower speeds, I'd say we're off to a great start. Next up is level 2, where we have 2 different throwers from 2 different divisions. First, we have Kyle, who plays in FA2. She gets a clean, flat release, and the Soda lifts and pushes briefly before that low-speed fade kicks in. Here we also have an FA50 competitor, Trisha, who shows us a similar flight. Once again, released just about flat, it gets the faintest of turns before swinging right back. For level 3, we're moving up to FA60, where Robin gets the most turns so far, in a flight that's definitely closer to the flight numbers themselves. She releases it perfectly flat, and you can see the moment where the turn kicks in, pushing left before that -2 fade arrives. But as is so often the case, discs with a sort of middle-of-the-road stability can be quite touchy, and finding that sweet spot can prove elusive. In fact, Robin got closer than anyone else. Here at level 4, we're back in FA2 with Gina, who puts a move on this Soda and gets a big turn before it gets the faintest forward fade at the end of its flight. And that means as we bump up to level 5 in our FPO thrower, Toby, we're expecting to see quite a bit of turn. And that's pretty much exactly what we get. Toby chucks the Soda out on the tiniest of hyzer angles, and it turns over quick and stays there for just about the entire flight. And so there you have it. 6 different throwers, 5 different flights, all from one disc. And while this video isn't part of our Flight Numbers Don't Matter series, it is going to help me explain really what that series is all about. Flight numbers mean different things to different people. A 7-speed with -2 turn and 2 fade might mean straight to some of us, but it could also mean easy turn. And clearly, to some people, it means reliable fade. But whatever it means to you, it's fine, because we're all different. We all have different technique, different power and spin and expectations for how a disc should fly for us. At the end of the day, the best way to understand any disc is to get your hands on it and throw it for yourself. Then, and only then, will you really find out what those flight numbers mean to you. Have you thrown the Clash Disc Soda? How does it fly for you? Let us know in the comments below. And also comment below what discs you'd like to see us explore next. Remember, the disc is in the details. Huge thanks again to Northeast Women's Disc Golf for helping us out today. Make sure you follow them at the links in the video description. For 6-sided discs, I'm Greg. We'll see you in the next one. Come back and mute your computer. I can hear Minecraft. Disc design is complicated. Disc design is complicated. What? There's so much. Why is there so much glare? And when it's finally done, they also say it'll be useful for advanced players who will find it easy to turn or hyzer flip through. NEWDG. Ugh. NEWDG runs the Queen of the North series. Nope. Huge thanks again to... Huh? Okay. I'm like 90% sure that wasn't there the whole time. I guess we'll find out. If you like this content and want to see more, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, or becoming a member. Your support makes this content possible.